Well, make me tell you this. Una can't stop the thing from go commercial. Yeah, me say no, no. Me say you me thing a shot them want fi hate pan me. But you them never know me name Crucial Robbie. And me a real bad boy from back in the 80s. Some Arsenal fan a try fi hype on this.
Ty choked on DT's willy. What's that all about? Hello, welcome back to What You Saying.
I hope that's not on the show. I really hope that's not on the show. I'm saying, I hope that's not on the show. I hope that's not on the show.
The show that looks at all things online in the world of football. Today we are joined by a very special guest. I'm Lumos.
Bhav, Bollywood Bhav.
And we got a special guest here today. Flavor Flav!
Oh, no,
yeah, boy!
I should have known. Is that how you're trying to play me? That's how you're trying to play me.
We love you really, man. Today we're going to be looking at...
I didn't even say my name.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And my name, by the way, is Taiwo. Short for Ty. Taiwo.
What? Taiwo is short for Ty, yeah?
Ty is short for Taiwo. But that's my full name, Taiwo.
On today's show, we're going to be looking at, obviously, it's been a very eventful weekend for AFTV.
It's been a very eventful
week. Looking at all the action that happened, looking at fan cams, as well as the hot topic once again, of racism in football. And we'll be looking at all the weekend's memes and stuff and replying to you lot's comments, because we love the comments. So start leaving the comments below. So before we get into the video, make sure you follow me on social media at Lumos7.
Subscribe to my channel, Bhav14. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, so you know, much appreciated if you can subscribe. Flavor Flav.
Don't listen to the kid, the baby. No, it's just joking. Please check my Instagram. Clockhead Ty, please.
Oh, you know on Twitter as well?
Oh yeah, Clockhead Ty on Twitter.
You see this video he did at a women's game?
Please keep the comments clean and respectful, please. Like I know a lot of you want. Thank you.
And his DMs are open for nudes. So let's get straight into it. Over the weekend, after the Everton game, during the game as well, there was some chants, anti-AFTV chants ringing around by I think a group of 15 to 20 or so fans who their mission was to stop AFTV, get it all shut down, which is never gonna happen. But yeah, like to all the men that wanna come and singing these chants and AFTV out here saying they're gonna shut the thing down, I've got a message for you, man. No afraid of nobody. We no afraid of nobody. Never scared, never scared, never scared.
Change to the Bollywood
never scared, never scared. They say you want the Bollywood version.
Change to the Bollywood now, man.
Bollywood version? I didn't know there was one.
Never scared. You should see the video. You can see in the video Robbie's not backing down. And if you lip read, I'm not going to say what he said, but if you lip read what Robbie's saying, he ain't scared of nobody. And afterwards, obviously that video with Robbie and Ben.
Yeah, can I quickly just address the in-game action, right?
Okay.
So in-game, when people say the whole whole away bit of fan base was saying AFTV out, it wasn't the whole fan base. I was there. He was there as well. It's only like a loud minority of 15 people, so that would be allowed, and that was, you know, that's all it was. So it wasn't a whole wave. To people saying it's the whole Arsenal way, and it wasn't the whole Arsenal way. So yeah.
Afterwards, Robbie responded, and it was a good response. Yeah.
Honestly, they're just the worst type of fans that you can possibly get, and this little intimidation thing of fans has to stop. If you've got something to say, if you don't like something, go up to somebody and say, can I have a chat with you? I don't like this, or maybe you could do it this way. But when you come up and try and bully people and intimidate people, it won't work with me. Let me get that very plain. They obviously don't know me. It don't work with me. I hate bullies, and it don't work with me, right? And we are here, and we will be at every game, and we will continue to provide the service that we provide to all Arsenal fans for them to have a platform.
It won't work with me. I love
Defiant.
that response from Robbie, because,
He's defiant, man.
a lot of men are trying to come on this bully thing. They don't really know. Yeah. They don't know what's going on.
I respect Robbie for that, man.
Yeah.
Even during the game, right? Like I was obviously right behind Robbie in terms of a couple of rows, and there were people shouting loads of abuse towards Robbie. You this, you that, words that I don't want to say. Really. And I was just like, it must take a lot to just keep cool in that situation and just get on with it. Because it's hard, man.
Robbie's got a very cool head on his shoulders, man. He's able to be a lot more diplomatic than a lot of people are. But I think that's what gets a lot of people fooled. To think that they can just come up on Robbie chatting rubbish.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely.
He's not going to have it.
No. He's absolutely
not a bar of it. So all you man, you can keep trying all of this, but we ain't going nowhere.
We're here to stay. We are here to stay.
Nowhere.
You could take him, though.
You mean you could take me? You could take me.
Actually, before we even get into the fan cams, where were you when it was all kicking off? Where were ya?
The funny thing is, I still wanted to. I couldn't even get there. There were so many people. I couldn't even get there. I don't know what Bhav is saying. The question is, why do you ask Bhav where he was?
I was there.
Yeah,
I was there.
You was there where? You was there where? Look at you.
I was there on the outside of the crowd, and I was looking around, seeing if anyone's ready to, quick little.
Yeah, right.
I was getting my, quick little shadow boxing and that.
But to be fair to Ty and Claude, I know they have to catch a coach after away game. So when it gets mad crowded, when it gets mad crowded like that, there's a lot of times you guys kind of have to just disappear.
Absolutely. It's not like that. And the funny thing is, even that, there was police horses. I couldn't even get there. I heard them say, I was still into my interview. I could not even get anywhere. And I had other fans come up to me, which I won't say. They were saying a whole heap of rubbish to me. And I'm not even going to mention it, because I'm not going to give them any time. And I'm not talking about our fans. I'm talking about other fans.
Yeah, while we're on there quickly, in terms of the Scousers chance and we pay your benefits, we do not agree with that.
No. Well, do you know what it was? What it was, Bhav? All right, fair enough. Bhav is twisting my arm. Basically, there was terrible chance, and I think it's terrible. I know some of our fans were saying it. They were singing. I won't even say what they said, but it was very derogatory towards Liverpool people. Yeah. And that's what the fans were.
Liverpudlians.
Yeah,
Liverpudlians and Scousers, basically.
Yeah, that does not represent.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But the thing about that is that basically, you can't control what people sing. You can only control what you sing.
Exactly.
And be responsible for the way you act. So that was it really. I don't agree, but everyone's...
No, man, I don't.
All right, actually, let's look at the comments, on Robbie's response. Just my opinion says, blaming AFTV for the demise of Arsenal is like blaming the postman for a letter from the bailiffs.
And that's absolutely brilliant. That's fantastic.
Irish Max says, Robbie, enjoy what you put out even though I don't support your club. It's clear to me you put your heart and soul into the club, and the least people could do is show you a bit of respect.
Yeah, man. He's worked hard for this, man. Yeah, it's not easy.
Rob Heath 23 says, don't let mainstream media outlets fool you. They're hating, trying to brainwash you against online channels as they can see them as a threat. Open your eyes and think for yourselves.
Let's not mention the radio station that we also love.
But also love. I can think something of it, and it's not love.
I want to shout out to. I was watching the Sunday Supplement yesterday, right? And I was expecting them to already go, AFTV. But there was a couple pundits on there, not quite know the names and that, but they were being like, nah. How can Arsenal fans be cool when they're losing games and that? And fair play to them, man. But in terms of any media that's trying to get on our back, going, Arsenal fans are gonna say AFTV. It's not Arsenal fans. It's a small minority. That's a loud minority, and that's all it was, man. And in terms of stopping filming, fan cam still went out as they do.
You will never ever be able to stop.
As they do. So you man can do your thing. We'll do our thing.
Robbie is not the enemy. None of us on there are the enemy. And like Lumos is saying, it's people's point of view. Now, listen, at the end of the day, we all like to think we're right. And we all want to be heard. But if we want to be heard, we've got to listen to what other people say. We might not like it, but that's just the way it is. Yeah. So, but like Robbie's saying, that if what we say is important, it's got to be heard.
Exactly.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I think as long as you're respectful, everyone should be entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, that's what I say. I see it as you don't have to like AFTV, but why do you hate AFTV?
Exactly.
Hating's a big word. Like, you just...
Hate is a...
It's as if we've done something to them, like personally or physically or something. I don't know, it's not, man.
Bhav, you're absolutely right. Hate is a massive word, and it's a very strong and a very serious word. And I think, personally, and I'll talk about football now, sometimes people use it in the wrong way. Because if you look at the word hate, it's a very dangerous word to use.
This is what I'm talking about.
Willy-nilly. Sorry.
Definition, please.
Luca Hughes says, Robbie seems like a sound bloke, no need to hate on him at all. That's
It is.
And the first one comes from Ben, who you can see in that video with Robbie. I saw a couple people saying, what, Dennis Rodman's back in Robbie's
Djibril Cisse's cousin.
Yeah, Djibril Cisse, all of that. But yeah, he's calling for us to make a move for Lewis Dunk in the transfer window. What do you think about that?
Interesting. I think, I wouldn't mind. I don't know if Brian will let him go, but I think he'd be good. But then we have centre backs.
Oh, no.
When I say that, but hold on. We have centre backs that Rob Holding is injured.
Okay.
And I think Konstantinos is a very good player. Obviously, if he was going to help us, fair enough.
What about Skodran?
How many Premier League games has Mavropanos played?
He hasn't played that much because he's come from injury.
So then we need to have two experienced defenders there. We ain't got no time for Mavropanos to find his feet. All the best in the squad, whatever, work his way up through the team, whatever, but don't call his name there when I'm talking about getting a Premier League ready defender to come and slot into
we need someone like that, someone's Premier League proven, so take that.
Yeah, I will take that, that's possible.
I'm interested to see how does he get to choose the players that he wants to come in, or is it going to be the board that are putting it to him because he likes to play expansive football, but we still need to sort that defence. Talking to somebody in the stadium before on about Saliba, it's a lot of pressure for a young lad to come in thinking he's going to be the all singing, all dancing, saving grace when he's still a young lad learning his trade. So I'm going to say it again, man, Lewis Dunk should be a baller that we should look for. I really think that we do need a spine, and we should look to incorporate players in the January window that can potentially, obviously help us this season, but then potentially have like a backbone to give us some like fight and also a fight for positions as well. Because as much as Luis played well, as much as Xhaka played well, like, you know that there's a few games down the line where they're going to slip up and we're like, for fuck's sake, and that's what we have at the moment. It's all right, these players playing all right, but where's the consistency?
All right, so let's look at the comments. JS says, if Arsenal were winning every game, AFTV wouldn't be getting blamed. Because we are in the mud right now, AFTV are being used as scapegoats.
Do you know how true that is, man? It's so true.
Well done.
Is
You're going to clap every comment?
Yeah, if it's true, it's true, innit? No, but like, the amount of people that blame us for Arsenal losing, how do we affect their on-field ability?
Absolutely.
How do we, all this, I just hate it, bro.
When things are going good, no one's going to turn around.
Exactly, man.
AFTV
Last year, undefeated run, 21 games, I didn't see no AFTV out, so nothing like that. It's just because we lose. I'll tell you what, if we'd beaten Everton, last minute winner, right, none of this would have happened.
Absolutely.
None of it would have happened.
It's about scapegoating. Like
It's so reactionary, man. And that's what
it is reactionary.
Let's get it straight. We use scapegoat. When it's on the field, let's scapegoat.
Yeah, people never come over chanting or hating when Arsenal have won a game. If Arsenal have lost or drawn a game, you'll get the odd people going past saying, this, that.
Yeah.
But whenever we win, you never hear it.
Yeah,
man. And also,
they
like,
see it as a way to
that
take out
AFTV stuff, rare. I've been to many games in Emirates, and I've seen worse about like Arsene Wenger, our greatest manager, like in successful ways.
No,
so like, Arsenal fans do this all the time. They always argue between themselves about little things. So yeah, man.
Jay Bruce says, big up this guy for defending Robbie. Like I said, you can see.
No, okay.
Ben in the video.
We can put sound effects, by the way, as well. You do like, so we don't have to.
That's good idea.
Kabir Udin says, Dunk is better than all of our centre backs.
I don't know about that.
Who's better than him?
He's gonna see about Roberto.
William Saliba.
He's not played for us yet.
He's still our centre back. He said all of our centre back. He didn't say who.
Have you seen Saliba kick a ball in the league?
No. But
So how can you know that?
Well, like I said, I don't think Dunk is better than William. I don't think he's better than Rob as well.
So you watch French football now? You watch Saint Etienne week in, week out?
Tell you what,
And you watch
how old is William Saliba?
He's 21, I think.
No, he's...
Alright, just continue. Yeah, comments, no, he's 18 or 19. That's what
Oh, sorry, he's even younger then.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't think he's better. But no, what I'm saying is, I don't think he's better than all our... I'm not saying... I don't think Dunk is better than all our centre back. No, I don't think so.
What, you think Mustafi's better than him?
No, not Scott. I don't think he's better than Rob Holding. I don't think he's better than him.
Yeah, but he's a Premier League proven centre back. He's not better than a man that's been injured.
Yeah, but is Rob not proving when he's fit?
Yeah, but he's been only for 21 games. It was only for that 20 games undefeated run that he proved himself. And even then, we were conceding goals, weren't we?
Yeah, but don't forget, wasn't he the man who had the cheat in his pocket when we beat Chelsea in the cup final? Remember the cheat?
No, but he still scored Costello.
Yeah, no,
So
but
how is that in his pocket?
No, but he had what? But he can't. He can't
Anyway,
be his pocket all day. But
Let's now. This weekend we had a special celebrity guest on AFTV.
I never knew it was him. You know.
I didn't really grow up watching him. He's more your generation.
What?
You see, contrary to belief, I didn't watch Bollywood growing up. I actually watched Wizards of Waverly Place.
Celebrity guest.
Yeah,
Wow.
This is Greg Sulkin. He's on Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, I think his name was Mason. He was the werewolf.
Oh, okay. I know the program, but I don't know him.
You used to watch it, right? Do you
No,
watch it?
No, I've heard of it. I've heard of the program.
Why don't you watch it then?
Why don't you watch it?
I did watch it.
Oh, okay. It's just not my thing, innit?
All right, so yeah, here's what he had to say.
I think at first I definitely thought to myself, okay, well maybe this clearly shows the ambition of the club. Over the last few days, I've probably thought to myself, you know what, this is it. This is reality. Obviously people in the footballing world on the day-to-day probably know more about the decision that maybe I do. Although with the board, I'm not sure if that's absolutely the case. I don't know if they've ever... I don't know how good they are at running a football club, if I'm honest, but we'll see, you know, and they've made the decision. So it's like, what do we have? As a group and as a fan base, we have to get behind them. There's players there, a few, that know what it means to play for Arsenal Football Club. And to me, that's aside from technically good or technically bad, there are players there that do. I've been an Arsenal fan for so long, and it means a lot to wear that badge. And there are players today, it's 0-0. It's fine, we'll take the clean sheet, whatever, but it just shows there are players there that come in, they do their job, but they don't have the passion. I haven't seen a hard tackle from an Arsenal player.
So yeah, Mr. Greaves says, my man from Disney Channel, OGs know about this werewolf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It rings a bell. It does ring a bell.
No, it does. That's a child, innit?
Don't know about OGs because these men are still quite young. So
Okay.
I say OG ages like OGs know about Lizzie McGuire and them thing there.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard about that as well.
You heard about Lizzie McGuire?
No, I don't watch it. Listen,
Disney.
man.
Yeah, Disney Plus ain't paying me.
By that time.
I'm sorry. Go on.
What do you say?
I have to intervene, Lumos. It's Lizzie McGuire, not Lisa. Lizzie
I
McGuire.
said Lizzie. I said Lizzie. Don't
Are you
try.
sure? You sound like he said.
Continue.
Anyway, David.
If you did, I'm sorry.
David at Dima says, Arsenal so desperate for aggression and passion, they're now recruiting werewolves.
Yeah, so to put context, Mason or Greg was a werewolf from Wizards of Waverly Place, so that's where it was.
Cool, Mason. Now it's time for the move. Mikel Arteta been announced as Arsenal manager. They released a behind-the-scenes video and interview on the
May I
first
just
day.
say, I've watched this at least 10 times already.
Yeah, I was really impressed by it. I was impressed by what he said in the interview, how he reacted in this behind-the-scenes video, and what he said in his press conference. Like, as someone, like you could see from last week, I wasn't really too overwhelmed about the fact that Arteta was the manager. But after seeing what he said, after seeing this, after watching your propaganda video, which I think would come very handy for any governments that want some propaganda done, just holler at Bhav because he did a very good job at the Arteta propaganda, I must say. It was, I'm much more optimistic. I'll admit that. Don't call me a flip-flop. I've been presented with more information.
Coming over.
I've been presented with more information that's allowed me to kind of slowly, change my mind to an extent.
First it was you, Troops came through as well, Robbie's come through. Ty's obviously, you're Arteta, right? You're part of the Arteta brigade, or the AKBs.
Well, now he is, yeah, absolutely.
AKBs are back. The AKBs are back.
We're back in business.
I wish I could. I've been quieted. I could have said something about optimistic, but obviously I can't say that. Unless am I allowed to say it?
Go on, say what you was gonna say.
Optimistic, long as you keep your head to the sky. People that know old school, you know.
Okay. All right. So this clip.
As long as we keep our head to the sky. Sorry.
This clip is from the behind-the-scenes video, and it's like Arteta greeting Mertesacker. And the funny part was you're looking at all the tech they have. And he asks if we've got drones, and you can see my man he has to think for a second. He's like, yeah, we have got the drones.
Yeah, we've got drones.
But you can tell they're not being used. So I'm glad that Arteta's coming here. He's obviously come with all this knowledge he's had from Man City. He wants to try new things. So yeah, drones. We got drones.
We got the drones.
All right. So Manchester United played Watford yesterday, and they lost 2-0.
Pure seeds.
And this is very funny. Series of tweets from a United account. So I think they said, Watford have scored 7 goals in the league this season. Then they had to go to make that 8.
Within 2 minutes, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was 2 quick goals, and it's like, make that 9. Maybe I shouldn't have tweeted that. Yeah, probably shouldn't have, mate.
football images that can proceed to watching events. Cheers, mate.
All right.
And on the point of United, big up United stand. This is a very funny fan reaction, I must say, and it's amazing how some fans can think like this. My man's. Let me play and then we react to it.
Pogba came on, created a couple of chances.
It shouldn't even be there. To me, Pogba shouldn't even be in the dressing room. Is the problem today the fact that he was in the dressing room?
But you look at it. Look at the inconsistencies we've had. Whether he's been there, whether he was in Dubai, when he hasn't been here, we've been performing like that, haven't we?
I don't think so.
Like, I haven't really watched much of United this season, but I did tune into like the last 10 minutes of the game because I could see they was losing. So I was like, and I saw Pogba on the ball. I was thinking, raw man, like these men they could have done with Pogba. Like, I could see like he was playing quite well.
Yeah.
So if a man to say like the fact that Pogba's even been in the dressing room has been causing
No
problems.
passion, no desire. That's what, wasn't it? The typical passion desire quotes. Man, listen. You can have passion desire, but if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Pogba is a world-class player who clearly you're not getting the best out of. And now, I mean, what are you gonna blame? What are you gonna do next?
In the dressing
are you gonna blame Pogba's barber next for United results?
Well, it's his opinion, but one thing
No, go on.
Okay, just one thing I wanted to say though is that I've got to big up Troy Deeney because I saw his interview. And yes, I got.
Oh, this is what you're saying exclusive here.
Exclusive.
No,
bigging up Troy Deeney.
I've got to big him up because he said when they talked about pressure, he said, and I thought it was fantastic. He's a very fantastic thing to say. He said that pressure was watching his mum work through 3 jobs, and I think that just says it all.
Oh yeah, for context, they said, did he feel pressure's taking the pressure because he hasn't scored in X amount of months or whatever? And he said, no, that's not pressure.
Absolutely, and he's 100% right. And I think going back to the free with us, we sometimes think. All of us are guilty of it. Football is the be all and end all. But it's not. Yeah. And we have to understand that and realise. So when we start overreacting, which a lot of us do, we need to understand that real life is happening outside there where people are suffering through no point of their own. And we must never forget that.
During Mourinho's pre-match interview, against Tottenham. Chelsea United.
Chelsea United. He's managed all the teams. You forgot.
That's true.
Jeez.
So he literally managed all 3 of them teams, isn't it? Yeah, we keep that bit. So before the Chelsea Tottenham game, Gary Neville is he was doing commentary on that game, and while Mourinho is doing his press conference, you can see he's not press conference, pre-match interview. Gary Neville's in the same room watching the United game and reacting to De Gea's howler. And then you can just see this clip of Mourinho just looking at the screen, just thinking, wow. And then it's got that meme of that guy who went to his op's funeral and they've just photoshopped Mourinho in it, which is hilarious.
You guys seen this before?
There's another funny one they've taken of Gary Neville's reaction. So 11-year-old me in a GTA strip club and my mum walks in and asks, what's going on?
I'm sorry, but I have to say, what does 11-year-old know about a strip club? Is what I've got to say.
It's on GTA.
GTA's a game where you can go to strip clubs.
You might be going to a shop and you end up being a strip club.
Okay.
You know, like when you go to Spearmint.
The only Spearmint I know is chewing gum.
Here's a brilliant moment here. It's a contrasting picture of Frank Lampard celebrating the win and Mourinho just carrying off down the tunnel in shame after defeat. Spurs, very Spursy.
Now, did you see Lampard's reaction after the game? He's gone to
he went over to the Chelsea fans. Passion.
Yeah.
I want to have some moments like this season with Arteta. That's what I want.
No,
that's what we do.
I think it was a bit too much.
Arteta to have this exact moment at White Hart Lane.
Look, I love what he did there. I get that. But I think it's a bit too much. Like, the amount of that.
Because Chelsea Tottenham is
Lumos is here.
No,
he did. Yeah, sorry, Bhav. He did that because it was Tottenham. That's why it's because the Tottenham fans want to be the business.
And he's beat Mourinho as well.
Yeah, I just...
It's Chelsea Tottenham. And we want Arteta. You know Arteta, I know you're watching this, yeah?
Mikel.
I want to see that celebration.
Do you know what it is? I think when Klopp and Guardiola do that, they always get criticised for it, when they go mad and that.
Yeah, but them, man, they haven't played for their clubs either.
Yeah,
this is passion on a player level, on a managerial level.
From a legend,
yeah. He also came through West Ham. He hates Tottenham. Remember that?
Frank Lampard's in football terms.
Yeah. Frank Lampard's from West Ham. For those that don't know, Son got sent off for kicking out against Rudiger.
Oh yeah.
A straight red card, and here's a meme
saying, saying
that was Son on Rudiger. Yeah, that guy's out. In this action video, this guy's out.
Look at him runs away.
He ain't getting away either. There's no way you can run to.
Hold on.
After booting a woman like that, you're gonna get caught.
So this is real?
Yeah, that's real.
No, that's
he actually
fake,
did
man.
kick that woman, yeah.
That's photoshopped.
How can you be kicking the...
Obviously, it's not nice, is it?
That's terrible.
It's because she didn't want to go Dutch. All right, so it's time for a weekly segment of racism in football. Because almost every week we do the show, we got to talk about some kind of racist event that's happened, and it's ridiculous now. So in that same Tottenham-Chelsea game, Rudiger, yesterday, you could hear monkey chant, so you can see in these pictures he's doing the monkey thing, yeah.
Disgraceful.
And it is disgraceful, like, you just need to get out of the game.
We do, but... Go on, Lewis.
And then we also had on the same day as well, the British media trying to scapegoat Stormzy and flip what he said when he was asked the question. He was asked the question, is Britain still racist? He said yes, 100%. Yeah, we all know Britain's still got elements of racism in it, right? Yeah. They've gone and said that he's calling Britain 100% racist.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But you know what, Lumos? I think it's great that...
And his response, he told ITV to suck his dick, and I love that response as well.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah. Listen, you know, certain in the past, certain man would be like, oh, guys, you should have said that. That's not what I said. This guy,
don't hold back.
He don't backtrack, man. He doubled down on them. Step on their neck.
Put it this way, I don't necessarily agree with what he said, but I think it's very funny to show them what it is. There's a lot I can say. I don't want to cut out Bhav's time. There's a lot I can say, so I'll try and run through it quick as possible. You've heard so much stuff, but Gary Neville spoke.
Oh, we got commend Gary Neville for the way he spoke.
But
afterwards. And there's a lot of people. Fantastic. There's a lot of people who got on to
Dave Jones.
Yeah. For cutting Gary Neville off and saying that the views shared by Gary Neville. Yeah. But I just want to make the point that the reason he said that is because he had to say it, and it wasn't based on the views of racism. It was because he brought up the fact that he brought up the political parties, and Sky has to remain impartial there. So he came out on Twitter. We're going to show his tweets as well, apologising for having to cut off Gary Neville,
Dave Jones,
and saying obviously racism's wrong, which we all know.
He did. So he did. But the thing is, Lumos, what it is that he's absolutely right, because he said that there's a lot of problems, but from what I see, it's the fact that the country voted Brexit. Since Brexit's been voted, there's a lot of people.
These men are just getting comfortable.
Absolutely.
Similar to in America, they're getting comfortable. They can come and say what they want to say.
Absolutely. And also, he also mentioned the racist things that have been said by Boris Johnson, and obviously not by Jeremy Corbyn, but because of anti-Semitism in the party. But I'd even like to commend Clinton Morrison, because he was on Sky Sports News. I don't know if anyone watched it. I watched it straight after the game. He even said a fantastic thing, that he said that the players should walk off.
They should walk off.
And I think it was Ed Draper and one of the lovely Sky Sports women, I can't remember her name. They said, what about the points? He said, I don't care about the points. And it's true.
And to be fair, Chelsea were winning there. If the Chelsea players walked off the pitch there,
they'll still get the points, wouldn't they?
I think that's the only way you can now cut off racism.
And if that had happened in that game, that's a big profile game.
Because what it is, right, is this is going to continue. We're going to have this again next week and the week after that, because fans will go, they just get away with it.
Up until now, no one's walked off in a high profile game.
No one has. Especially when they're winning.
Is it me, or is it this year become more like...
You see, the thing is, these things happen, but now... When it gets highlighted, we notice it more because it's under the spotlight. So something could be happening, but now we put a spotlight on it. Anytime it happens, we notice. Yeah. Like that guy who did it in the Manchester United derby, when he did the gesture. Yeah. Someone might have clocked that before, but it wouldn't have been highlighted as much as it's been highlighted this time around. Yeah. Now everyone's onto them.
Yeah.
And also, Bhav, like I'm saying, like I said, Brexit has a correlation, because I'm even gonna name it. Boris Johnson has said Islam is the problem. He said that Muslim women wearing burqas have look like letterboxes, and he's even called black people pickaninnies. Can you imagine? Look at that racist language. Look at that. And Gary Neville was saying that politicians are speaking like that. How do you expect people to behave? But
I for one, 100% behind everything that Gary Neville said.
And Kinder Morris as well.
We don't need no disclaimers here to say.
No. Listen, that's not even funny. No, I mean, and even Kinder Morris as well. That was fantastic what he said. He was basically saying, and he's right, racism is bigger than football. But you've got to look at other sides. I'm sorry to take up the time. First of all, it's terrible what happened to Rudiger. But then, Chelsea are saying, fair enough, Chelsea are saying the right things. Are Chelsea in any position to talk after the captain that they had at their club?
All right, now we're
let's do it. Now we got. Yeah, but this is not.
And lastly, from the Tottenham game, on a more light-hearted note, very, very funny. I can't believe this, right? We've got a fan here. I'm going to assume he's Korean. He's wearing a Son kit. And he's got a Son trim as well. Huh? Yeah, he's got the same trim as well.
Yeah.
And then at full time, my man just takes it off. And he's like Lampard, yeah. He takes it off and there's a Lampard Chelsea kit underneath.
Right, what I want to ask Ty, right? Imagine you're in the stadium, you're in your block, and it says Tottenham Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
And at full time, you see a man change from an Arsenal kit to a Harry Kane shirt. What would you do?
Well, first of all, I'd look around and think, am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I in the Tales from the Crypt Keeper? Am I in the Outer Limits? Am I in the Tales from Unexpected? Because I would think I'm dreaming. I must be. I would think I'd also listen to Dreaming by Vanessa Williams. Because I wouldn't know what to say. Or Glenn Goes.
What would you do then? Would you go up and physically, would you go up to him and go, what are you doing, mate?
When I've realised I'm in the real world, I'm not in the Matrix or something, okay. Then I would say, I'm sorry, but can I ask who you support? I'd have to say that because I would be yeah, no, because I want to know the answer. I'm sorry, can I ask? I'm not trying to be rude. I would say to him or her, who do you support? Because I would find that very, very strange.
It's 2019, I can do what I want.
Nice. Okay, so this one now on a much more light-hearted note. When we announced Mikel Arteta, usually here we film things in the studio, put it out, produce it well, nice and all of that. But sometimes with breaking news, we just get the phone out, film it, bosh, out there live quickly. I had a very, very, very bad stomach ache on Friday. Very bad. I'm talking this is the worst stomach ache I've ever had in my life.
No,
right?
sorry to hear that, people.
And for whatever reason, Brennan, who's the regular cameraman, he couldn't get the live stream set up on his phone. So I'm literally in the toilet right now, right? Brennan's knocked on the door, it's like, yo, I need your phone to do this stream. So I've given him my phone, pass it through the door, whatever, he's taken my phone, gone and started filming the stream. Come out of the toilet, go in there to see how they're getting on, see like what they're saying about Arteta and whatnot. This is with Troops DT and Robbie.
Yeah.
So Brennan's set it up wrong. He's got it in the wrong orientation, so he's got it showing in portrait, right?
Okay.
So everyone's complaining about, oh, this is not set up properly, So he's like, oh, how do I change? I was like, you started it wrong, so you need to change it. So he's like, oh, you do, I don't know what to do. He's been all flustered and whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll change it. So I've sorted it out, changed it, ready to give it back to him to film. He's like, no, I gotta do something, you film it. So okay, I'll film it. And then I'm there filming it. Now, obviously, I've been toilet, but this pain ain't going. So I'm there now, like, not realizing until about 2 minutes in when I start reading the comments, like, what's with all the breathing? He's breathing too heavy. And I like literally, I think it was food poisoning, so my hand's shaking. Like, and I'm gonna show you guys a clip of it.
My immediate reaction is your cameraman, because he looks like he's gonna shit himself.
What did you think?
I'm good. We knew that this was gonna happen for the last few days, so I kind of got my mindset being that he's gonna be the new manager. And listen, it's a gamble. There's gonna be a lot of people that ain't happy about it. I know one next to me that isn't, but I will know he will get behind it. That is the one thing I say about Troops, and and this is what I've said to people that have been speaking this week, because there's been a lot said about some of the comments that Troops has made, and that's his opinion. It doesn't mean that he won't support them, and he will, but you can be upset and a little bit disappointed. But
so one comment from the Ray says the cameraman couldn't care less about what's going on instead of having a good wank. So apparently it sounded like I was wanking. Richard Mann says, watch the whole video but didn't take in what you guys were talking about because I couldn't stop laughing through it. A hostage video of the cameraman having a wank throughout. And I gotta say, when I got home later on and I watched the video, I could not stop laughing either.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry it came out bad, guys. Like, obviously AFTV, we usually have a much higher standard, but you gotta look on the funny side of this one because it was actually hilarious. Like, and I was literally dying behind the camera. This is me doing my best to bring you guys content, because I could have just said to them, man, I cut the stream, get Brennan, but I was just trying to soldier through. I felt like what women must feel like when they're gonna deliver a baby.
Well, Lumos, I think women delivering a baby is much more painful than that. But I would say I commend you on your professionalism.
Well, these in the comments are killing me. Look at it, it's cameraman out, get the cameraman out. All right, so thank you for all your comments, people. We love them. Keep them coming. Comment below throughout the show, whether it's feedback, showing some love, or just a reaction to what we've said. Keep the comments coming in. So, Cha says, good presenter, this Bhav kid. Keep it up.
Positive comment.
Well done, mate. Well done.
He's not. By the way, he's not a kid.
Invincible Ego says, love your content, guys. Thank you.
Love the name Invincible Ego. Fantastic.
I knew he was going to react to that. I knew
Fantastic name.
Principles.
Kudra Caden says, I love AFTV. My views are represented here. Thank you very much.
Too. Thank you very much.
So anyway, as Claude would say, it's time to go. Yeah, boy! Flame in the building! Yeah, boy! But anyway, Ty, you don't want to take the clock. Guys, Arteta's in, he's the new manager. Haters, you ain't gonna stop AFTV. So what you say, blood? What you say?